Every day is a revolutionary day, and he's here to give you the news about it. So here's your host, Jack Williams.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? Well, today on Revolutionary Today, we have a very special guest. Please welcome John Paul Jones.
Great to be here, Jack.
So, tell me about your childhood.
Well, I was born on July 6, 1747 on the southern coast of Scotland in a quaint little estate called Abergant. I was the fourth child of 7, but 2 of them died during childbirth. At about 13, I boarded my first vessel headed to Virginia. It was a merchant vessel carrying cargo.
So, John, why the Americans? What's so special about them? You weren't even American.
It's not about being an American. It's about feeling like a true American. It makes you a true American. When I was on those warships fighting for the freedom of my fellow man, I felt like a true American in the heart.
That is a great answer, Jones. Truly, you are a good person. But what about that arrest you had?
I may seem like a calm person, but I do have some anger problems. I overreacted when I whipped my crewmate. I hope he's okay.
Actually, he died from the terrible wounds.
Oh no, poor man. I feel so bad.
Sorry to hear that, Mr. Jones. Well, what do you consider the biggest accomplishment?
I would have to say the Battle of the Bonhomme Richard in the Serapis off the coast of England. It was 1779, and the Serapis was a 50-gun ship. And they had help from another ship called the Countess Scarborough, which had 22 guns. We seemed to be at a huge disadvantage. The Serapis' well-trained crew was very, very, very well-trained, and we were at a very big disadvantage.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So what happened?
So they started overpowering us, blowing holes in our ship. That's when my crew member told the Serapis' captain, Mr. Pearson, I was dead. So then he asked for quarter, means to surrender. That's when I exclaimed, I have not yet begun to fight.
That is why you are so famous, that quote. And it's still known today, almost 2 centuries later. So what happened next? You gotta tell me.
That's when we started to win. One of my crewmates, a fellow man from Scotland, threw 2 so-called grenades, and it ended up that those grenades landed near the guns and ammunition. They blew the heck out of that ship. 20 of those bloody British were killed immediately, and 30 were wounded on their way to the grave.
So is that it? Did you win?
No, sir, it was another 3 hours before the British surrendered, and most men were either dead or dead in a day. We then boarded the Serapis and watched the Richard sink.
That's a very exciting battle you have there.
Sure was. It really was.
Well, folks, it looks like we're out of time. Thanks for coming, Jones. Hope you're having fun being dead.
I am.
Next week on Revolutionary Today, we're having the almighty General George Washington. Thanks for watching, folks.